Hello, this is New Vision TV. I'm Lynn Komjisha. By casually interacting with Winnie Mukasa, a resident of Maganjo in Wakiso, you would not understand the pain that she and her family have had to bear for the last 16 years, the weight and financial cost of caring for a person suffering immunodeficiency is simply enormous, as New Vision TV finds out.
It's only until she opens up about her challenging journey that you begin to appreciate that behind the beautiful smile is a deep struggle, a rare condition that can hardly be diagnosed in most health centers. Mukasa's son was diagnosed with one of the primary immunodeficiency diseases.
Some doctors from University of Minnesota in the US came to Mulago to do some research, and I was lucky that by that time I was there. So they took off blood samples and they went with it. So after like a month, they told us that the child has a condition. It's a rare condition called X-linked hypogammaglobulinemia.
Helen Anyu, a pediatrician from Mulago Hospital, explains that primary immunodeficiency is a genetic or environmentally triggered disability of the body to fight off infections. People with this condition become vulnerable to all kinds of infections, including those they were vaccinated against.
It's a group of diseases which are due to the body's what we call the body's protective or immune system, either lacking some things or the things that are there not working properly.
Okay, so that makes it very easy now for me to get diseases.
Yes, yeah. So because your protection is not normal,
yes,
so you are easily affected by infections.
Dr. Robert Opoka, also a pediatrician at Mulago, explains that primary immunodeficiency diseases resemble HIV/AIDS.
Immunodeficiency, it is not acquired. You are born with it. So you inherit it from your parents, or something goes wrong during your development, and then you're born with that defect that you are unable to, your immune system is not functioning as well as it should be functioning.
The 16-year-old was first diagnosed with measles at briefly 6 months of age. Since then, he continuously had bouts of colds, coughs, and a persistent fever.
The child had infections, cough, flu. He had severe pain, pain in the chest, and the doctors were telling us it's an infection.
Primary immunodeficiency diseases are not easy to diagnose. If it wasn't for a visiting team of researchers at Mulago, Mukasa's case could have remained one in this rather grey field of health research.
And most times, because you can't do anything about it or you can't detect it, maybe people will look for what they know, and if they can't find it, then it remains a mystery.
We cannot do the tests routinely here. We have to take samples out, and that of course is not cheap. And then you need to be put on a replacement therapy, be given some immunoglobulins, something that would work like their immune system. Yes, and that is something that is not also available here on our market.
The family has indeed had to bear this cost since their son was diagnosed and the prescription made. It is not easy, but they shoulder on.
It was really very, very costly. But at the same time, it kept on reducing since we got a permanent supplier from India. And normally India is not all that expensive. But at the same time, we still use $600 per month.
From the start, the medicine cost is in excess of millions of shillings, and as he grows older, the cost increases.
He grew up, of course, we used to give him one viral, but now since he grew, the more he grows and the more weight he gains, you have to increase the dose.
Dr. Anyu explains that since it is costly to replace what is missing in the body, the way around primary immunodeficiency diseases is to treat the infections. Even this, however, gets costly with time. The only potential way to cure some of these conditions is through a bone marrow transplant.
In other countries where the facilities are all there, if you detect that condition early and do replacement therapy, the child can actually live a normal life.
Yes.
Yeah, you can live a normal life and grow up to adulthood and do everything that adults do.
Families like Mukasa's don't have to struggle like they live on an island, and children should not just die unaccounted for. According to doctors, there is need for increased research in this particular area. When more people are diagnosed with this condition, the services will most likely be provided at a relatively affordable cost than the case is currently. It is also important that when you notice that your child has failed to respond to all kinds of treatment, you can even suggest to your doctor to refer you to a higher level facility.
If you suspect your child to have, these infections which are not getting properly controlled, you should contact the doctor. And for the doctors, if you're unable to make a diagnosis, please refer to higher colleagues who can maybe make this diagnosis.
This report is compiled by Gloria Nakajobi for New Vision TV.
Moving on, as Senior 6 students continue with their USCE examinations, police is committed to providing more security during the 2-month program. The students started their examinations on Monday. During the UCE examinations, some papers leaked and circulated on social media. The police spokesperson, Asan Kasinje, says they have intensified security of examination papers in transit to examination centers. Kasinje adds that to cap such activities, they have deployed both uniformed and non-uniformed personnel. Now, the government has urged for more sorghum and cassava growing in northern Uganda to boost economic prosperity of the people of eastern and northern Uganda. Cassava and sorghum is grown both as cash crop and food crop in eastern and northern Uganda with market from the breweries industry. The farmers say they face a challenge of pests and insects which destroy their crops. And in sports news, Siraj Nsubuga was the unlikely hero as KICC ended Charity's unbeaten run in Group B of the National T20 Cup Sunday at Chambogo. The national under-19 youngster had decent innings, reaching a match best of a near half-century, 46 from 57 balls not out, as the scoreboard moved to 125 in KICC allotted 20 overs. On a day, his teammate and veteran Frank Nsubuga proved he still has something to offer, scoring 40 from 32 balls. Another youngster is Stephen Wabose, proved the bigger deal for the chasing pack, scoring 30 from 40 balls. His fellow youngster Ronald Opio hit 25 off to 28 balls in spite of Charity crashing out at 107 after 20 overs. KICC are still second on 12 points behind leaders Charity on 20 points in Group B. You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Lake Bunyoni. It is located in the heart of Kigezi, the area that was described as the Switzerland of Africa by the first tourists into Uganda. Lake Bunyoni carries an extraordinary beauty and a rich history. Take a look.
There's definitely no reason why you can't visit Lake Bunyoni. The view of this lake has got romantics visiting it each and every now and then. The shores are incredible, with lodges built around to give any tourist a memorable day. Its 29 islands are concentrated in the central part, with few settlements. These are a blessing to a few schools and tourism. Various activities to expect from Lake Bunyoni include camping, fishing, swimming, farming, sunbathing, among among so many others. Punchment Island, Bushara Island, among other islands, have a rich history that you would love to understand when you spend a few days at Lake Bunyoni. Now, for more Pile of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, This Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so get your copy every Sunday for Pile of Africa stories.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I'm Lynn Komjisha.